Charlie has recently had a stroke. He joins around 1.2 million stroke survivors living in the UK. And Charlie is in the half of all survivors left with a long-term disability. He's in hospital. The world has changed for both him and his wife, Rose. His stroke has left him paralysed down one side. He also has aphasia and finds communicating or being understood very hard. He's referred to the Stroke Recovery Service and meets Ruby. She talks with them and helps them understand what has happened and what their choices might be. When Charlie is ready to be discharged home, Ruby does an assessment to look at any immediate risks of readmission. At the Stroke Association, we have over 30 years' experience of working with stroke survivors and their families. We understand stroke and how it totally changes lives. We are there for people such as Charlie and Rose. Once Charlie is back at home, Ruby visits them to see how things are and to find out if they need anything. She listens to Charlie and Rose and hears about their emotional, physical and practical needs. She helps them complete a holistic assessment and agrees a recovery plan with Charlie and Rose, which is focused on their personal goals. Ruby refers Charlie to the exercise-based stroke rehabilitation service to improve his overall fitness and function. Rose also needs support. It's not easy coming to terms with a loved one suffering a stroke, and Ruby refers her to one of our counsellors and for further carer support. Ruby reviews how they're getting on. Ruby discusses with Charlie meeting other stroke survivors and volunteers to practice communicating in a safe and supportive environment. Charlie enjoys this and feels he's making progress. She also introduces him to My Stroke Guide, which he can use on his tablet or PC. This digital tool will help him self-manage and monitor his goals to adjust to his life after stroke. At 6 months, Ruby undertakes a thorough review looking at what Charlie has achieved and any changes in the support he and Rose need. After a 1-year review, Charlie has made enough progress and is feeling ready to support himself with the help of the other stroke survivors he's met through his local stroke community and stroke support group. And he knows he can call on Ruby if he's had a bad day. For more information on the Stroke Recovery Service and how we can support stroke survivors in your area, visit stroke.org.uk.